how you been able to identify the guys you're going to go to kind of war with and just let them roll for the rest of the?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Is in 2 weeks we've played a ton of guys. Part of that being, in certain different position groups for different reasons, whether it be up front, we've kind of had some injuries and some guys beat up, at a position that's already a little bit thin. Again, no excuse. The 5 guys we put out there got a job to do, and they got to go do their job at a high level. But at receivers, got a lot of young guys. We're trying to get those guys a bunch of reps. But just kind of different position by position. I think the good thing for us is each week, whether it be week 1, tons of issues. This week, a little bit better, and if we can just keep doing that, I feel like if we can just keep meeting a standard every day. Every day there's a standard to play that we have to go win a football game, to win a practice, to get through it, whatever it may be. If we can just keep upholding that standard and meeting that standard every day, I think we'll just continue to get better and better and better. And again, this is a big change, and if we can just continue to get better every week, better every rep, better every practice, better every period, I think moving forward you'll see the offense, kind of take off. So, no fear, no worry. We just got to keep getting better every day.
That final drive, what did that do as a learning tool or as a baseline to show what this is that something you can show the guys, say, when we're all clicking, we're capable of?
Yeah, and there's bits and pieces of that, all the way from, even in the Virginia Tech game, Sanford, I mean, there's bits and pieces of that. I think for us, it's just all 11 guys doing their job at a high level every play, and with a young football team and a new transitioning offense, it's easier said than done, but we've got to get to the point where all 11 guys are doing their job on every play, and there's bits and pieces of that. We did it when we had to do it, which is huge for us. And, moving forward, as we start to get into, playing some good competition, how often can we do that? What's our win rate?
After going back and watching the film, how much did you think DeAndre improved in his read option progressions?
Again, there's still room for improvement. A lot of things that he's executing on game day, not that we haven't done. I mean, we trust me, we've practiced them over and over and over again, but there's no substitution for live repetition. And so some of these things are really some of the first times that he's ever done them, in harm's way. And so gotten better every week. I thought he was much better, in week 2 than he was in week 1. Everybody knows he can pitch the ball around, and if, there's 3 or 4 maybe little, completions and throws out there where that thing could have been a 70% day for even more, but I really think he's getting better every day, from practice to practice. And again, as cliche as it sounds, I mean, if he can just keep doing that, the sky's the limit for him, especially in this system. This is a great system fit for him, and I really feel like that he can take off as we continue to get better and grow around him.
How important is it in this offense for him to be able to use his legs?
I mean, it's not the end-all, be-all. I mean, it's not like you got to be a guy that's going to carry it 15, 20 times a game. That's not what we want for him. It's not what Coach Taggart wanted for, his last group. But I mean, that is a big part of us, and more so than anything else is the threat. Defensively, when you know that, defensively, when you know that guy can hurt you, that helps change things in a run game. And more importantly than that, if they are going to have to add extra people to the box, it makes your throw game more explosive. So I think it's a huge part just that the threat is there, and he is a good athlete. He's a guy that can run the football. And so I think for us, as he gets better, in terms of the decision-making piece and taking care of himself and doing all the things, when I say taking care of himself, I mean like physically, getting down when he's supposed to get down, all those things. I think, again, this thing will just take off.